Hey everyone, I'm here today taking a look at the Jurassic World Hammond collection Giganotosaurus from Mattel. Just a quick look at the packaging, pretty standard for Hammond collection. But on the back here we've got quite a nice picture of the dinosaur with a kind of forest background there and then some cool poses down there too. And just a quick synopsis of the Giganotosaurus' appearance in the movie. And wow, this thing looks fantastic. Giganotosaurus didn't really leave much of an impact on me because I didn't like Dominion. The Giganotosaurus in it just kind of turns up at the end randomly out of nowhere for an action scene. They didn't really integrate it into the story or anything or have any kind of build up to it. And that original toy Mattel released was terrible. But wow, having this fantastic figure of the dinosaur has really made me appreciate it so much more. I mean, just look at the detailing. It really looks like a crocodile with the skin texture and those little protrusions along the back there. Looks absolutely gorgeous. I think this has got to be the best Hammond collection dinosaur. Maybe the best dinosaur in general that Mattel have made so far in terms of quality. Let's go with the articulation. It's got articulation at the ankle there, and then halfway up the leg there, then again at the knee. And the T-Rex we had a double knee joint there, but this is just a single knee joint. But I actually think this looks a lot better than the double knee joint, and I'll show that more when I compare with the T-Rex. Got the legs that go out to the side as well as falling backwards, of course. Arms are on ball joints that go out to the side at the shoulder and falling backwards. Same at the elbow and the wrist, so nice articulation in the arms. The neck will go up and down like that. It's not a massive range there, it's just basically like that, especially because you've got these spines on the back of the neck, stops it going up too far. And the same at the top here, because there's like two articulation points in the neck, one where it connects to the shoulders, one at the base of the skull. But once again, because of these spines, you can't get it to really go up any higher than that, but it will bend down like that. And then the mouth opens and closes. And there's also articulation in the tongue where that will, so on a bit of a ratchet joint, so it will kind of click into place like that, or you click it down like that. Then in the tail, there's articulation where the tail connects to the body. Another articulation point about sort of halfway down or a third of the way down. And you have to connect these two parts to the dinosaur when you get out of the box. The tail is in kind of two pieces, then there's the dinosaur. So you clip it in there, then click the back part of the tail in there, and it won't come back out. Then as you go down the tail there, it's rubber, and you've got a bendy wire inside the rubber. So pretty much what you would expect. The feet are a lot smaller on this than on the T-Rex and look a lot more in proportion. That makes it a little bit more difficult balancing it, but it's not too difficult, and it's certainly not impossible. I mean, I'm balancing it out here on uneven ground, so the smaller feet aren't an issue if you know how to pose the legs correctly. All the nails are painted, including the back nail, which quite often they don't bother painting, so it's a nice thing that that's painted as well. All the nails on the front hands are painted too. And it really has a fantastic paint job as well as the sculpt. So much detailing. All the stripes and things. And there's a bit of a browny wash over the spines there. Like you can see, there's the brown wash there. Then it stops for a bit there and then starts again on that part of the tail and then stops again, which looks a bit weird. I don't know if that's accurate to the film at all. There's also brown as well as the black going down the thigh, all around the torso. Great amount of detail on the head with all the spikes and things sticking out. Bit of scarring on the nose too. I know this Giganotosaurus isn't particularly accurate. They've definitely stylized it a bit for the film. It does make it stand out. Even the teeth look like they've been given a bit of a brown wash to make them look more realistic rather than it just being one solid colour for the rubber that was used. And it is those rubbery teeth, so they're a lot thinner and sharper looking than what we got on the T-Rex. It has those rubbery bits on the side of the inside of the mouth like the T-Rex does. Those kind of skin flaps. And the under the side of the belly is a kind of creamy colour, and you get that on the biceps of the arm as well and under the neck. I get a real alligator vibe from this, with the skin detail, all the scales and things. Even though it hasn't got a alligator style head like the Spinosaurus, it's just the colours and the sculpting detail. It's really awesome. I think this has dethroned the Carnotaurus now as the best Hammond collection dinosaur we've had. Wow. Is it just me? I think this thing looks fantastic. And for a comparison, here it is with the Hammond collection T-Rex. And even though it's only been 2 years between them both, there's a massive difference in quality. Like this Giganotosaurus makes the T-Rex look kind of bad in comparison. The detailing on the Giganotosaurus is so much better, so much finer and more to it than on the T-Rex. Also the glass eye looks better on the Giganotosaurus. So I think the T-Rex was the first dinosaur we had the glass eye on, so I guess it was still a bit experimental at the time. But also the legs look better because they haven't given the Giganotosaurus the double knee joint, and I feel like that double knee joint on the T-Rex actually made the legs look a bit too long and out of proportion. And the feet are a lot smaller on the Giganotosaurus, which looks better. It's another thing that makes the legs of the T-Rex look out of proportion, is that the feet are just way too big. I also find that on my T-Rex the joints are pretty loose now on the legs. Don't know if anyone else has had that problem. Whereas on the Giga, at the minute at least, I mean I know it is newer, so maybe they'll loosen up over time, but at the minute the joints feel a lot better on the Giganotosaurus. I just feel like the detailing looks so much nicer on the Giga. Compared to the T-Rex. Bit of a size comparison. You can see the Giganotosaurus is longer. The teeth look better on the Giga because they're smaller. But that T-Rex does have a bit of wash on his teeth as well, or her teeth. But because they are that thicker plastic, they don't look quite as cool. The Giga doesn't have the torso cut in the middle there, like the T-Rex does there. It's got a sort of articulation point in the middle of the body, which I do quite like on the T-Rex, but I don't think it would work on the Giga, because the Giga's got a thicker torso and it's got that spine on the back. I just think a cut in the body there would make it look a bit messy, break up the sculpt, and it probably wouldn't give it that much more articulation anyway because of these spines, kind of the way they get in the way of the neck articulation. So I can't say I miss it on the Giga, even though I do quite like it on the T-Rex there, that you can move the body around a bit. You can kind of get it a bit more upright like that. And now to compare it with that awful one we got when Dominion came out. I never liked this guy. It's part of the reason why I didn't really like the Giganotosaurus, because the toy was so bad. I got it, did a review of it, and then I put it away, and I've never had it out on display since, in the 2 years since I bought it. And I might even try and sell it now, because it's just not a toy I'm ever going to have out on display. Like, I hate this articulation point here that's connected to this weird action feature where it just kind of swivels around in a weird way, so the body's always twisted as if he's got a broken back or something. You just couldn't get it in a decent pose. I mean, that's the only good thing about this one, is that you have got the roar at least. You can get a bit of a size comparison there. The Hammond collection one is a lot bigger. You can see here the size difference, just the quality difference. I kind of like the vibrant colours of the regular line figure, but obviously the paint job is nowhere near as detailed. It's kind of strange we got the Giganotosaurus before the Spinosaurus or the Indominus Rex, But these toys go into production about 2 years, year and a half, 2 years before they actually come out to buy. So I guess they started sculpting this and producing it when Dominion was out, and maybe they thought the Giganotosaurus would be more popular than it was, because at the same time we're getting this, we're getting a few other Dominion figures as well. Got the Pyroraptor coming and the Therizinosaurus. So it does seem like they were all being produced when the movie came out. And maybe they thought that movie was going to be more popular than it was, and the dinosaurs would be more popular than they are. But I don't feel like many people were that keen on the film or are that hungry for dinosaurs based on it compared to like the Spinosaurus and the Indominus Rex. But I'm really glad we did get this, because I feel like the Giganotosaurus deserved a decent figure. Spinosaurus, we've had quite a few now, and even recently we've got that electronic one. You know, we've had 2 really cool Indominus Rex toys, but that Giganotosaurus we got was awful. So it really deserved a decent figure. And this has got to be the best dinosaur Mattel have produced so far, in my opinion. I mean, it looks gorgeous. I think the T-Rex really needs an update now. Maybe if they give us the buck T-Rex from the Lost World, but with the smaller feet and the rubber teeth and some better articulation and detailing like the Giganotosaurus here, just to show us what it's like, rather than doing the same T-Rex over. But at some point, I think I would like the original Rexy to get an update, because compared to the Giganotosaurus, that Rexy, it just doesn't look so good anymore. So let me know what you think of the Giganotosaurus in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.